Well, let's get started. Let's understand about the incremental loads. There are two types of incremental loads we need to learn. One is file incremental loads. Another one we need to learn table incremental loads. Let's start with file incremental loads. Please wait. Well, let's get started. We'll go for questions after some time. Let's start. Let's understand how to implement an interesting concept, useful concept called file incremental loads. Assume two different files in two different places, two different storage accounts. Our requirement is how to perform incremental loads between two files. So design a pipeline to copy data from one storage account to another. Each storage account is in a different region and different configurations. Let's understand how it is. For this purpose, we need to have two storage accounts. We'll take, just wait, not this one. We need to have file incremental loads. I will take the particular nodes. Give me a few minutes time. This one. Let's see. In Azure, we have two resources to store files. Storage account, data lake storage account. A storage account is a resource in cloud to store any type of files in blob format, binary large object form. Each storage account has capacity of 512 terabytes. The files inside the storage account are organized into containers. A container can be used to store any number of files. We can create any number of containers in a single storage account. Other one, data lake storage account. A storage resource in Azure cloud to store any type of data in a blob format, binary large object format. Each ADLS storage account has unlimited capacity. The files inside the storage account are organized into containers. Container can be used to store any number of files. We can create any number of containers in a single storage account. ADLS is more secured, more faster compared to a regular standard storage account. Requirement. You are given two storage accounts in two different regions. You are asked to incrementally load the data from one storage account to another. That is, whenever data is inserted or modified in the first storage account, we need to incrementally load the data using ADF to second storage account. Let's understand how to implement this activity. So firstly, we'll create first storage account, container, upload a file. Second storage account and an empty container. No file to be uploaded. The second container is empty. Then we go for ADF resource. We use copy data activity and implement the file loading behavior as incremental load. This will capture the changes from the source and give them to the destination. Let's implement this item carefully now. Go to Azure. Let's create total 2 storage accounts. Go home, create resource. I will say storage account. Click on the storage account. Create. In the previous example, we created one storage account. I'll reuse it. So total we need 2 storage accounts. Total we need to create 2 storage accounts. We created one storage account previous example for blob imports. We will reuse it. Create another storage account now. Give a name, storage account name. Next, region. Any region is okay. Any region is fine. Go to advanced. We need to check this one. Hierarchical namespace means we are enabling data lake storage. We are enabling data lake storage. Next, this means big data. Compared to regular storage account, the data lake storage account is more powerful, more secure, and unlimited capacity. That data lake ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, is active once you check this box. Hierarchical namespace, check. So it is the same process as a regular storage account only. Simply we need to check this particular box. Click review plus create. Click on create. Let's wait. Review plus create. Let's wait. Yeah, create like this. Okay. Once we create like this, next step. Inside storage account, we need to have a container. Right, inside storage account, we need to have a container. Let's see. Let's wait for some time. It's taking some time to get it deployed. In the meantime, I'll open another tab. Let's configure the source. My second storage account is still getting deployed. In the meantime, I'll go to the source, verify the, go to the first tab, verify the source. This is my storage account from the blob imports example, container, and my file is ready, the source file. This is the source. First, regular standard account, container, the data lake storage, my account is ready. Inside account, go to data storage containers plus container. I'll say ADLS container, give a name, click create. Go to container, it's empty. Okay, it's empty. The container is empty. Now what to do here? Let's see. Once the container is empty, next. Source file ready. Destination container is empty. Now let's take data factory. Go to new tab. We already have this data factory resource with us. Go to all resources. Click on the data factory resource. Launch studio. Okay, click on launch studio. Next. Click on launch studio. Ingest and schedule. You would like to run the pipeline on a scheduled basis, recurring basis. Schedule occurs every 24 hours or 96 hours, anything. Give some time. Next. New connection, or you can reuse existing connection. I'm reusing existing connection for the source, first storage account. Browse for the container and the file. Blob container and the file. File loading behavior, it should be incremental load. Last modified date, like this. File loading behavior, last modified date, like this. Two parameters will come automatically. We get two parameters automatically to capture the start date, end date, because for incremental loads, we need to keep track of when the pipeline actually starts and when it actually ends. We should be able to track the things carefully. So we need two parameters that are auto-generated. The parameters are auto-created. Okay, next. From here, don't do any modifications to these parameters. Binary copy. Remember, this is important. Binary copy means structural changes will be detected. If at the source some new column is added or existing column is modified for its name, renamed the column, those structural changes will be given to the destination. That is binary copy. Assume you have huge volumes of files. After you process them from source to destination, after you copy them, you can delete files at the source. After completion of the copy activity, you can delete the files. It's optional. So remember, file loading behavior, incremental load, and binary copy. Next, parameters will come automatically to keep track of the incremental changes. Click next. Destination data store. New connection. In our example, it is ADLS, data lake storage. And give the storage account. This is the storage account we created today. Test connection. Create. Next, give the output path. Give the output path. Select the container and click OK. Select container, click OK. File name will come automatically. Just leave them as it is. So remember, source is storage account, container, file. Destination, just storage account and container. File will come automatically. File will be created automatically. Next, I'll call this as file incremental load. Okay, file incremental load pipeline. Go to advanced. Assign the DIU, data integration unit, and click next. We'll be taking this logging staging in our very next concept called pipeline settings. For now, let's concentrate on the file incremental loads next. So regular storage account, data lake storage account, and we are establishing the pipeline connections. Next, the pipeline will be deployed but not triggered because we schedule the pipeline, right? From the previous example we learned, we know whenever we schedule the pipeline, it's not triggered immediately. It waits until the pipeline execution time, the next job run. Let's wait for some time. Let this pipeline get deployed. Once it is deployed, remember we scheduled the pipeline, so it won't run immediately. So how to run the pipeline immediately? Go to Other, go to Pipeline, same previous example concept. Trigger now. Two parameters will come automatically to keep track of the incremental changes. Click OK. First parameter will capture the pipeline start date and time. Second parameter will capture the pipeline end time. So trigger now. Let's wait. Let's wait for some time. The pipeline should run and it is going to create a file in the destination. So you can go to monitor and you see the pipeline is successful. This one, file incremental load successful. Go to container, refresh. See the file exists like this. Now what we do is at the source, let's have few new row inserts. Go to file, go to source. Let's have 2 or 3 new row inserts. See here, row number 10, 11, 12. Up, say new row inserts. And row number 1, I'll modify the column names like this. So rename the column structural changes, new row inserts, and existing row updates. Okay, like this. Existing row updates, new row inserts, structural changes. 3 things. Click save at the source. Go to Data Factory and see here rerun. Click on this small button rerun. Click OK. Click OK. Let's wait for some time. Let's wait for some time. Let me refresh. Only the incremental changes should be cascaded to the destination. So expand. This is earlier run, 7:23 a.m. Now 7:26, latest one. It runs as per the schedule, or you can manually run it. Go to container, refresh in the destination side. Go to file, edit, and you see structural changes, new data changes, new row inserts, existing row updates. Where in the data lake storage. This is the second storage account, right? This one. It is a ADLS container. This one, second storage account. So here we are learning how to perform incremental loads from first storage account to second storage account. We'll practice this carefully, and this would be the main source to understand the next upcoming item, table incremental loads. This example is very, very important to understand the next things in a simple way. You practice this item carefully. Do let me know for doubts, clarifications, if any. Kindly complete your practice on time for best results, please. From here, any questions, let me know. I'll wait. The repeat of yesterday's class with binary copy and file incremental load option property. Any questions here, let me know, please. I'll wait.
Sir, I have a question. At the
Yes.
destination, as the data is very small, we have opened and noticed the changes, right? If there is a large file, and is there another way to compare the two versions, previous version and this version?
We don't have any other option except the overview page. In the overview page, you see last modified, right? You can identify from the timestamp. That's the only way. Yes. There is no separate version check as we see in Databricks or Visual Studio. We don't have it in Data Factory. No.
And one more thing, like every day a new file with new data is coming into my source. In that case, after the load, we'll delete and we'll keep the source file name every time same, right? To make this work.
Yes, exactly. The file got created today with the same name as a source automatically. Yes.
Now, how we can configure if our second uh, storage has been created in different subscription and different
No, no,
account?
not different subscription. Same subscription, different region.
Okay, if our storage has been in different subscription, how is it work or it's not
Yeah,
support?
it works. It works. In such a case, you need to provide the account name and the access key.
Okay,
Storage account name and storage access key. They need to be submitted. They need to be provided during creation of the new linked service.
hmm. Okay,
So instead of selecting the storage account from drop down, you need to simply provide the new name. Are you getting it now? Sorry.
okay, yeah, yeah, sure.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Actually, my question is like only this is applicable is in file level or database side also we will
No, no. For database, we have separate concepts, separate topic altogether. Next items. To
only this is
understand the
for
table level
okay. Okay, sir. Got it.
next question, please. 5 years. To understand the table level incremental load, next concept, file level incremental load understanding is required. Okay, both are different concepts. Two different concepts. Next question,
Sai,
please. Tell me, please.
yeah, if file name is getting changed it dynamically day by day, so how are we going
No,
to load that data?
no. If file name is changing, pipeline fails. Pipeline fails. File name should not change. New files
No,
can
for
be added.
example, yeah, for example, file name XYZ is from 16 to 2026, but today file name will come XYZ 17 to 2026. So date will be different, right, for the file name?
Yeah, file name is not changing, right? New file is getting added. So at the source, you need to select the container and folder or just container as a source instead of a particular file.
So if we select container, also how it will recognize because that will have okay. So we
From
have to move the
timestamp.
existing file, then the latest file it will pick up automatically.
Yes, based on the start date, end date from the pipeline and the commit time of the files. It compares automatically. The versions will be compared.
So what is the scenario if client does not want to move the files to the archive folder? They want to keep on the daily for like 30 days existing file, yesterday file. Then there will be two files today on the same container or the folder. Then how it will, the pipeline will pick up the latest date data, latest file.
From the from the file latest modified date timestamp. It will pick
So that we have to
automatically.
configure in pipeline.
Here it is. For every file, there is a last modified date, right? It will
Right.
pick automatically based on the date and time. You don't need to do anything, not required. Just select the source as folder or the container. And that checkbox is there, right? Delete files after completion. Don't check that box. so
Right.
that files will not be deleted.
Okay. Let me try to do.
Sure,
Thank
sure.
you.
Source
Try and
file
update.
name source file name should be same, right? There is a slight modification in the name also, it will not be picked.
Sorry, I didn't understand your question again. Please tell me.
Uh, Actually, question is, let us suppose sales data we have given the name right in the source file name. If there is another file name with different name, we are giving source as the container, right? Will it pick that
Yes, it will
new
pick.
file
No
also?
problem. The source is a container or a folder. It can pick all files, irrespective of the names. No problem.
Okay.
Yep. Others any questions, please? I'll wait. Others any questions, please? I'll wait. Fine. Let's understand the next important one.
Sorry, Sai. One more question
Tell
I
me,
have.
sir. Please tell me, sir.
For example, we have ABC underscore uh, date file name, but and we want to
Okay.
load the data into the table. But
Okay.
the scenario is file we don't want to load the we have to create automatic table for first scenario for first load, but underscore and date should not come. It will just have only a table name like sales data. It should remove the uh, underscore and date while loading the data into a target.
Databricks. You need to use
So it's
Databricks
not
in such a
possible with
case with
ADF.
custom properties. Yes.
So in
You
ADF
need
we
to
cannot
use.
implement that one.
No, no, not possible. Any kind of customizations in file incremental loads not possible.
Okay.
Next question. Others, please. I'll wait. Fine. Let's continue. Earlier we learned yesterday's class blob data imports, and today we got file incremental loads. Right? Please. What's the difference between these two? Like where lies the actual difference? One is binary copy, right? Isn't it? It's binary copy. What's the purpose? Please, I'll wait. Binary copy, what's the purpose?
It identifies the changes at the source.
Structure changes.
Structural changes. Exactly. Yes. Correct. Structural changes. Okay. And what's the other one we have? Yes, exactly. Other one? File loading behavior, incremental changes. You remember, please? The drop down I selected, right?
Date wise it is.
Yeah. File loading behavior, incremental changes. We selected it from the drop down. You remember, everyone? Please. I'll wait. Yes.
Yes, Anna.
Others, please write your observation notes. Okay, please help me. Yeah. Otherwise, it will cost lot of time. Please understand my concern. Please help me. Okay, let's get the complete information correctly. Please help me. Write your observation notes, please. We can get nice questions and clarifications. Please help me. Let's get started. Let's continue the next important one. Please write your observation notes. Keywords enough, please. Let's start. Let's understand the next important thing, pipeline settings. What are the pipeline settings? Let's understand. For example, when working with any pipeline, we have something called settings. Let's take an example. Go to Data Factory, Home, Ingest. schedule, and next. Give one connection. For example, blob data storage or SQL database, any connection. Let's take, for example, blob data storage. We can define file or folder. Okay, here it is. Click on file or folder. For example, you would like to process a collection of files. Just select the required folder. All files in that particular folder will be automatically processed. Okay, and next. File loading behavior. For example, you would like to have incremental loads. And binary copy means structural changes. That's just assume you have some source with you like this. And destination. Destination you would like to have a data lake or any other destination. And browse for the required account. I'll say container. Next. We are concentrating on something called settings. Here it is. This is the one, pipeline settings. Here we have number one, DIU, data integration units. These are the compute units. More the number of DIUs, more processing power, more processor and memory are allocated. Without DIU, we cannot have the compute, we cannot have the resources needed to run the pipeline. What is that again? On my screen, into the nodes. First pipeline setting, DIU. Whenever we trigger any ADF pipeline using copy data activity, it needs resources for execution. These resources are allocated by DIU, data integration unit. It's a compute measure that represents the resources required to execute data factory pipeline. Default value is 1, max value is 255. For SQL databases, we use DTU. For SQL pool, we use DW. For data factory, we use DIU. So this way, for every Azure resource, there will be a currency unit. There will be a compute unit, DOCP. Degree of copy parallelism, used to implement parallel copy methodology for enhancing the data transfer speed from source to destination. This setting decides the number of threads that can run in parallel for data processing. We set its value in the settings page. Usually it is twice the number of DIU. What is it? Degree of copy parallelism. To implement parallel methodology, we extract data from the source to ADF using parallel threads. Back to my ADF screen. This one, degree of copy parallelism recommended to have double the number of DIU. Means each DIU can take care of 2 threads to capture, to read the data and also to write. So source to ADF, ADF to destination sync. This DOCP is involved. Default is auto. Auto means whatever the number of DIUs you have, same number of threads are allocated. Recommended double the number of DIU. Then we have staging. Mechanism to preload the data into memory. Whenever we implement staging, we need one storage account, Azure storage account or data lake storage account to stage the data, to temporarily cache or preload the data. Remember, it is temporary. Whatever data that is staged from source into data lake storage or regular storage account will be available only for the pipeline execution time. Once pipeline execution complete, that stage is no longer available. I mean, that stage file that is created as a part of the caching will be automatically deleted. So source will stage the data to a data lake storage or regular storage account. From there, the data would be given to the destination. It is inside staging, the data conversions, timestamp comparisons, or any kind of transformations will take place. Mostly used for incremental loads and data conversion activities. Without staging also, we can run the pipeline. But in such a case, if we run the pipeline without any stage, then the DIU memory will be consumed. Remember that. It's all about caching the data for faster transformations. If I don't use stage, then DIU memory space will be consumed to perform those transformations, timestamp comparisons, incremental loads, etc. So highly recommended to implement stage. How it is, let's see. Go to this one, enable staging. You can reuse the existing storage account, linked service, and we can create a brand new container or use existing container and click OK. Just for our example purpose, it's highly recommended to create a brand new container in the storage account and use it in a stage. Same way we have something called logging. It is used to log, audit, monitor the happenings or the events in a pipeline, like when the pipeline started, when it got completed, what's the outcome of the pipeline, etc. It also requires a storage account and a container. So in real world, usually in real world, we create dedicated storage accounts like this. Add container. Click on add container. Stage container. ADF stage container. Click create. And one more container for logging. Click on add ADF log container. So we are now creating two different containers. One for staging, one for logging. Go to Data Factory, browse, choose that recently created log container. The log content is permanent, and we are going to use it in our next classes for monitoring alerts. pipeline monitoring, pipeline alerts. Two types of logging: best effort, reliable. Best effort means pipeline execution first, logging next. Reliable means pipeline execution and logging takes place in parallel at the same time. So reliable means live logging. Best effort means pipeline execution first, logging next. Other one, stage. Browse. We created one dedicated storage account container few moments back. So let's go to that root folder, this one, stage container. Remember, the stage container will have some auto-defined files during the pipeline execution, staging files. Those files are temporary. They are auto-deleted after the pipeline execution. Back to my screen. So staging, then logging. Next, copy methods. There are three important copy methods. Number one, copy command, to copy data row by row from source to sink. Other one, bulk insert, to copy data in batches, few rows at a time from source to sink. If you remember previous pipeline examples, we selected bulk insert. Here, one more upset, our next examples for incremental loads, to perform table level incremental loads. Next, what is that? Copy method. One more, data consistency verification. Remember, all these are settings. The data consistency verification. Once we check this option, where it is, back. This one, data consistency check verification. This one. Once you check this box, ADF engine will check whether the pipeline data is correct and consistent during every phase of its execution. Data loading phase, processing phase, and writing phase to the destination. At every phase, data would be checked for its correctness. Automatic error detection takes place. If any error is detected, pipeline will be rolled back completely. This is important. It's rolled back completely. It's like a transaction, complete or nothing. If we do not check this option, this one, if any error is detected, then pipeline stops there, aborted. No auto rollback takes place. Next, remember, whenever you check this data consistency verification, you check this box, right? See, like this. And next, just click next. Let's observe it carefully. After a few moments, you will see one error like this. Data consistency verification cannot be enabled along with staging. This is the actual concept. Remember, whenever we enable staging, staging will do the consistency check automatically. In scenarios where you don't want to enable staging, but still you would like to have the transaction commit, complete or nothing, then we go for the consistency check. I repeat, both consistency check And staging has the ability to check the data for its consistency. Any error, any problem, entire pipeline will be rolled back. Use this box only if you decided not to use staging. If you use staging, then no need to check this box. Why? Because staging has that ability to not only cache the data, not only to buffer the data for faster transformation, it also has the ability to check the data at every level, every phase, loading phase, transformation phase, and data reading phase, transformation phase, and loading phase. All three phases, staging will do the consistency check. So use either data consistency verification option or staging option, any one. If you try to use both, then you see data consistency verification cannot be enabled together with staging. So total there are 6 different settings. Number 1 DIU, number 2 DOCP, number 3 staging, number 4 logging, number 5 copy methods, number 6 alternative for staging, that is data consistency verification. Please apply these things carefully. In our next examples, for table incremental loads, we need these concepts. Please go through them carefully. Apply these settings to any one of your previous examples. And we are ready for the next concept. We'll stop here. Now, hope you know how to stage the data in regular SQL database, right? Everyone, please. Yep. Here we are learning staging for faster transformations and consistency check in data factory. Okay, but hope you are aware of staging in regular SQL database, right? Please.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone, please. Wait, please. Staging, regular SQL database. We do staging, right? Manual, automated. Fine. That's a task item for you. Please, by tomorrow, get me the information how we handle the stage in SQL database. I'm not talking about staging tables. That's a completely different concept. Traditional data warehousing method in BI. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about regular operational level staging activities in SQL. With example, please. How we implement staging in regular day-to-day activities of SQL database with couple of examples if possible. Please, because nothing is new here. Everything is from our SQL items only. Yes, friends, hope you are aware of it, right? Everyone, please.
Side quick question on enabling and data consistency verification. If we have a huge amount of records in source, if we select this, we'll have a performance issues for the pipeline, right?
No.
Because it will tell each data the consistency in each steps of the pipeline.
Yeah, usually like consistency check is something that is automated actually. Okay. So in fact, like storage account also has that inbuilt feature, checking for the consistency of every file. Additionally, we are checking for the consistency at the ADF level during the pipeline execution. Sorry for the background sounds. Amjad, kindly check, sir. Please check your mic. Yeah, there is no much impact actually. There is no considerable impact on this option. Not really. It's a faster item anyway. Yep. Next question, please. Yes, friends, you got it now? How do we stage the data for SQL operations, please? Which component we use to stage the data, please? In regular SQL databases, which component or which part of your SQL server we use for staging? Please, I'll wait. Let's see where we are. Memory, friends. Okay, we use memory for
I guess
staging.
it's temporary tables.
No, not temporary tables, sir. No, sir. No.
Okay.
Temporary tables are very dangerous, sir. Very dangerous. Temporary tables. Okay. They use memory. Regular tables use disk. Temporary